Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of my City Skylines series. Yes, I know, I've been gone for a while now. I think the last episode was about 2 months ago or something, but I haven't been inactive in that time. So yeah, here we go. I've done something completely new which hasn't been done in City Skylines so far, I think. This is going to be a recreation of Lake Victoria. It could actually be in one of the surrounding countries, like in Uganda or Tanzania. I am heavily relying here on Google Maps pictures of cities that lay on the shores of Lake Victoria, since I haven't actually been there. So this is going to be quite a challenge, I think. But yeah, we will see in the following episodes and over the course of the whole project how this is going to turn out. All I can say for now is the city that I'm building here is, at the moment, it's already rather large, and so far I'm actually very pleased with it. I do like it. I think that it's at least looks the part and has an authentic kind of feel to it. But yes, you can judge over the next episodes what you think about it. Maybe we have someone who's actually been there and knows how it really looks like. What is kind of difficult here is that yes, there is Google Maps, which provides great satellite photographs of all the areas that I need to know. But the thing is, there is neither Google Street View, well, there actually in Uganda there is Google Street View, which is really nice, but I'm mostly relying on pictures from the Tanzanian side of the lake, and there is no Google Street View there, and there are actually very few photographs on Google and Google Maps, on Pinterest and whatever internet source. There are, yes, of course there are photographs, but there are not too many. So for some areas I do have to guess, which makes things somewhat more difficult. But yeah, I think that's manageable. So what am I doing in this episode? Where to start? So the start, as you can see here, is we're starting directly on the shores of the lake. This specific building here is going to be a fish market. I'm going to show you the picture of it, and it's the fishing port and fish market. So this is where all the local fishermen keep their boats, and you can see this little dock here. This is where I'm going to put all the boats later on in the episode. There's the big warehouse, and this area here, which is going to get a roof right now, is where all the trucks and delivery vans are coming in to buy the fish, and where they are waiting for their orders. So this is the waiting area. The actual fish market is going to be in these two front houses right next to the street, and directly in the back. What I'm doing all the time is recreating images from Google Earth, because I figured out that when I kind of guess and build random things, it just never really looks that authentic, and especially in the city layouts, it's rather difficult to get things right if it's not exactly like the real thing. So I do recommend to all of you to look at Google Maps pictures and then just try to recreate these. Of course, you don't have the buildings that are used in real life, but you kind of, yeah, you have to figure out which buildings in this game can be used that are rather similar to the real buildings, and which can be quite tricky at sometimes. But most of the time it works out. What's kind of annoying to me, at least, is that are just very well. Actually, there are a lot of buildings for this game to be downloaded, but for a specific city theme and city style, there are essentially not too many buildings. Well, I think there are tons of buildings for American cities, but for the rest of the world, it's getting quite tricky. So as long as you're not a modder and do know how to implement these buildings into the game and make them yourself, it's really getting quite difficult to find the right ones at some point. So yeah, this is a problem which at least I am running into a lot of times, but yeah, you can still manage. So what I'm doing here is just putting random items all around the place, just to make it feel more alive, like people are actually using it. There is trash lying around and plants growing and all this stuff in the market that's going on there. I really like places like this one, because there's just, in real life, there's just so much going on in such a rather small place. There are so many details, and when there are people working in such a place, and you can see there's just so much going on, and you can spend hours there just looking at things and discovering something new, and it's absolutely great. This is another reason why I am so much in love with places like this. There's just so much to see, you're never getting tired of it. Yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to do why I'm doing more kind of places like this one. And yeah, I think that American cities are already rather overused in City Skylines. So I think, well, at least I think it's rather interesting to have something completely new here. Okay, so here I'm doing all the fisher boats. Luckily there are quite a lot of different fishing boats in City Skylines assets. They do fit on this map excellently. It's all about mixing up different objects, because you can create something new. Like, you can even create a new building out of several already existing ones, and this is kind of the challenge in this game, because for some specific city themes there are just so little assets and buildings that you can actually use, which do not make it look odd or something. And the challenge is to mix them up creatively and try to make something out of it. So this is kind of a challenge for me to make a city or a part of a city with just the use of about maybe 10 different houses, if there are a lot of assets, and sometimes I can only use 3 or 5 different houses for an area. And it's really difficult to get this right without it looking too repetitive. Yes, you always have to really improvise here with the buildings. It's rather difficult, but I think it's manageable, and which is also kind of a challenge in this game. So this time there's not going to be a 2-month break until the next episode, because I've already built most of the next project, so you can expect the next episode within the next week or something. Yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I would be very happy if you could just let me know what you think of this kind of projects. I do like some feedback. and want to know if that is even interesting for anyone, or if no one cares about something like this, but I just want to know. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully see you next time.